Hello, this video is on using R-Instat Help. R-Instat was built with the teaching of good statistical practices in mind. It has an internal help file which explains individual dialogues, gives information on the R packages used, and the datasets available. It also has a range of videos and practice exercises available on its Moodle site and YouTube. From within R-Instat, users can also access help and information on the dataset available through R-Instat, as well as a good glossary of statistical terms. You may already have completed the R-Instat introductory tutorials. If so, you will recognize some of the datasets and dialogues as we use the same ones here. In tutorial 1, we explained that all the dialogues have similar layouts, so once you can use one, you can get started on them all. One common feature is that they all have a help button, which we use here. First, we will open ggplot2's diamonds dataset and the describe one variable summarize dialog. Click on Import from Library on the opening screen or in the icon toolbar. Select the package ggplot2 from the drop-down list, click on the diamonds dataset and click OK. Next, go to Describe one variable Summarize. Click on the Help button at the bottom of the One Variable Summarize dialog. You are now taken directly to the help page for this dialog. Most dialog help pages follow the same outline. There are pictures of the completed dialog and its output, which are easy to replicate and play around with if you'd like to practice. There are descriptions of each item on the dialog and the options associated with them. Then we see links to subdialogues on help pages for more information. If a dialog has multiple views, details of each of these will be included on the same help page. In this case, there are 3 views: default, scheme, and customized. And each has a photo of the field dialog and output. Different views often include new options. All additional features will be described as we look at the relevant pictures. Here we have a description of the command buttons. These buttons are standard on every dialog. Some help pages will include an additional section which will provide further information about how and when to use the dialog. Next, we see the name of the dataset used in this example. There is a link to a description of the dataset in the help file and a description of how to access the dataset in case you'd like to use it to recreate and adapt the results. Lastly, the R command and package used by the dialogues are shown with links to more information about the code for those interested in programming. Subdialogues have their own help page, which can be accessed directly from a hyperlink within the main dialog's help page or via the help button located on the subdialog itself. Some subdialogues are common to multiple dialogues. These all links to the same page. Scroll back up to the variable selector section. Click on the data options subdialog link. You can use the back arrow on the right-hand side to take you back to the one variable summarize help page. The help file includes a lot of links, but the navigation arrows provide an easy and intuitive way to get back and forth between items of interest. There are many ways to access the help system in R-Instat. The right-click menu help buttons and dialog help buttons all take you to pages about them. However, if you would like to explore the whole help file, you can use the help icon or the help menu. The help file can also be considered a humongous tutorial, full of information about what R-Instat is, how it is structured, and how to use it to apply statistical best practice. There is information about how to use R-Instat, getting started, windows, and menus and dialogs. There's also information about R-Instat, why and how it was developed. There is the introduction, the license, and the frequently asked questions. Also, we have information about R and the packages which drive R-Instat. Here we have R packages and packages documentation. We also have information about datasets available via R-Instat. These are wide-ranging, interesting, some very large, others small, in varying states of tidiness. These provide great opportunities for teaching and practicing statistical methods and data science. And so we have datasets. And we also have a summary of common statistical terms, the glossary. Let's try using the help menu. Click on help, then frequently asked questions. This takes you directly to the full list of FAQs, and they are hyperlinked so you can click on them to see the answers. The whole help system is accessible from within this window, so you don't need to return to the help menu to access the other parts. The buttons at the top left can be used to navigate home to the introduction or back and forward pages like in a web browser. The side menu allows one to browse through the help file by expanding the sections and scrolling through. The buttons at the top left can be used similarly to navigate up a level in the menu, back or forward. There is also a search tab for looking up specific terms of interest. Navigate through this to see how it works. We believe that working with real data is central to learning and teaching statistics. They expose learners to the challenges that people will face in their own research, and in this data-rich world, there is no shortage of excellent and interesting examples to practice on. The datasets provided in R-Instat have been chosen to cover a range of data types, shapes, and sizes, some being millions of rows long. Select Data from the menu on the right-hand side of the help. Then click on the plus sign to expand the section and see the options available. Then click on the data type that you're interested in reading more about. We will look into mix. Mix is a set of survey data from many countries and provinces. It is an excellent resource and opportunity to work with population surveys. Select Mix from the Data menu. This page provides an overview of the data as well as a link to the Mix website. There are also 2 videos you can watch about using mixed datasets in R-Instat. The R packages which power R-Instat also include a wide range of datasets. Further details on these are available within the help file. This is not a comprehensive list of the package datasets, but it includes all those that we have used in our examples. Let's look at details on the diamonds dataset, which we use in our first tutorial. Go to ggplot2 in the help file. Information on these datasets is provided by the packages themselves. These are easily accessible upon opening the dataset. Close the help file. Click on the Import from Library icon and then click on the R Help button. These pages provide all the information you need to fully understand the data that you plan to work with. They give an idea of what to expect from the dataset and can inform which data type variables should be. The R-Instat team has also put together a library of useful datasets from its procurement and climatic menus, as well as agricultural experimental data, IRLI, and the experimental survey. These are available through the Import from Library dialog. Click on the Load from Instat Collection tab in the Import from Library dialog and then click on Browse. Dataset details are available through the Help file. Go to the Help menu Data, expand the Data section in the menu and select the data type that you're interested in. We choose Procurement. Here you can see an overview of the project which the datasets come from and a link to the detailed online descriptions. There is a full statistical glossary included in the help file. It is important to understand terms well to get the most of your data and clearly communicate your findings, so don't hesitate to use this when needed. You can click on a term to be taken directly to its meaning, or browse through the list of terms and their meanings. There are also lots of R-Instat learning materials available, and we continue to produce more as they are needed. All of them are available on our Moodle resource site, where you can access them as a guest or set up a free account. There are videos and written practice documents which you can follow along with. These cover a range of topics from introducing the basic computer skills needed for using R-Instat to the more advanced using R scripts in R-Instat. The videos are also available on the R-Instat YouTube channel. They have been organized into playlists. At present, they include 39 videos spread over the following topics: introductory tutorials, climatic, climate summaries, climate normal, surveys, satellite data, quality control, data tidying, and importing data into R-Instat. There are many ways to use the R-Instat help. The most common need for help is from within the program, and that is what we have described here. You know what you want to do, but need a clear picture of how to use a dialog or other part of R-Instat. But there are times when you don't know where to start. This is where the videos come in. They take you through a whole series of tasks, showing you which dialogs to use to complete them. If you're a beginner, then we would like to tempt you to learn by doing. We use an example dataset with each dialog and always show how to access those data to try using the dialog for yourself. Consider this part of the help system a sort of humongous tutorial. This can be in parallel with using your data. And then there is the data. It is fun and important to practice with real data. So this is also a great starting point. Find a dataset that interests you or challenges you in some new way and set yourself a task.